episode. Here we go again with your three friends, Drew, Neil, and Perk. We got your favorite movies and shows. It's three guys nobody knows. The pilot episode.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Pilot Episode Podcast. Today, it's just me and Perk. We had some stuff going on. We knew Neil was going to be out. Calvert got called into his job. So, hey, we're going to make it work. We're going to roll through this thing. I know Perk had a lot of questions for Calvert on this episode, but we're here. We're going to make do. And we had a pretty good episode, though. I will say that.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like every episode this season has been so strong. It's been like in the way that Landman had you have a lot of questions about if stuff was going to pay off. I feel like in this show so far in season 2, we've known things were going to pay off, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like instead of a question, it's a we know what we're working toward type of thing.
Yes. The only thing I have an actual question on from this episode would be, so in this, we're still going back and forth between Cooper pre-war, after, and post-war and everything like that, and post-bomb. But he gets his hands on the cold fusion, and he gets it to the president, who just so happens to be in Vegas at the time of this situation.
Yes.
I'm a little concerned by that.
Yeah. So what this is basically we saw how the Enclave got a hold of the cold fusion is basically what that boils down to. And the Enclave is that faction that me and Calvert have been talking about for a couple of weeks that is the remnants of the United States government.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed who the president was, but that was Clancy Brown, who plays Mr. Krabs in SpongeBob.
Yeah. He's also in the Highlander.
He's also in what?
Highlander.
Yes, he is in Highlander. But overall, another great episode. I have a whole bunch of notes on this one, so it was a good week for us to be short-staffed, I guess.
You run through
intro show started off with our backstory of Stephanie. Is that her name? The blonde overseer? It's Stephanie, right?
Yeah.
We see her escaping Canada and kind of how she gets into America, and we see how she gets in with Vault Tech and all that stuff, and now she ends up in the vault.
Yeah.
And it was cool to see her background. It was really cool, the wedding scene when Chet outs her. That was a really cool scene to me. And the thing that was funny was they were more worried about the fact that she was Canadian than the fact that she was 200 years old.
And that she was killing people.
Yeah.
That's just weird to me.
Yeah, America and Canada do not like each other in this universe.
Sorry
about that, guys.
Yeah, I had the family get home, so I had to talk to them real quick. But yeah, like that whole situation with Steph, like it was weird how they didn't care about some of the stuff that you would have thought they would have cared more about. But others are weird people.
They are very weird, socially awkward. Like they don't know how to deal with people. They have been raised on propaganda, and the fact that she was Canadian was the worst thing that she could be.
Yeah.
So it was just funny to me.
And with that, we learn a lot about her. This episode felt like it was really powered towards introducing us to her and her journey, like you were saying a second ago, like the whole crossing over. And once again, I am so sorry. My daughter loves to talk to me while I'm recording the podcast. But as I was saying, we learn about her crossing over and everything that she goes through, all her struggles to get into the vault. She's coming from Canada, crossing over. Her mother is dying. Then she pretty much tells her, "I know I raised you Catholic. Forget all that." Like survival is your main goal here. And then we just see her go on a killing rampage. And then she pops up in Vegas as
Mhm.
the house lady
Housemaid, housekeeper, yeah.
housekeeping to Cooper when he has
Mhm.
already stole the cold fusion. So that kind of tells you her journey of how she made it into the vault, which it does not tell us her journey as to why she became management or whatever to where she
Right.
became a leader. Um,
Which Betty did say something to her about the fact that pre-war they were all scared of her. So maybe she just intimidated her way into the vault.
that would make a lot of sense. That would check out
Mhm.
because I mean, she everything we were watching of her, she was pretty ruthless, making her way there.
Yeah, and she is a psychopath. Like it's just straight psychopath.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah. And another big thing of the episode was Lucy and Hank again. Um, there was a cool father daughter moment where Hank's teaching her how to drive the golf cart and all that stuff, and um, Lucy really starts to kind of buy into Hank's plan a little bit throughout this episode until the flip switches when she sees the NCR guy at dinner and realizes that he doesn't remember anything about his life. It's not just that he's mellowed them out; he's wiped them,
yeah.
and I don't think she realized that until that moment.
I was wondering how long it was gonna take for her to do that because, like, it was obviously weird from the jump whenever they flipped that switch and all of a sudden the 2 guys that were hating each other go to loving each
Mhm.
other, checking on each other and everything. I was wondering how long it was gonna take Lucy to realize, "Hey, these are not, like, self-made decisions. Like,
Mhm.
these are not
Yeah,
what I
it's
do."
not just like a pill that chills you out or something like that. It just wipes the personality completely out and makes them into the person that they want them to be, which we see later on. The personality that they use is the senator. So that head on the table, that was the senator lady. So they're using her consciousness. Hank is using her consciousness and her personality for all of these people that he's testing on.
Yeah, I didn't understand the purpose of that. I was a little bit confused when I seen that. I knew who it was.
Mhm.
I did not understand why all of them were hooked up to her. That didn't make a lot of sense to me.
So the way I've seen it described is the mainframe is hooked into whoever that device is hooked up to. So all of his subjects kind of take on the personality of whoever he has chosen. So we're thinking that off camera throughout all of his tests, when the heads were exploding, possibly that was him using other people that their personalities didn't work for the experiment, but he found the senator and her personality did work. Is what I'm
Okay.
kind of thinking,
That
and
makes sense.
that may be completely wrong, but that's kind of what it seems like they're kind of getting at to
Yeah.
me. And it's like a that scene where the door opens to the mainframe, and at the same time the ghoul is opening a door to the computer in House's thing. At the same time, I was like, "Man, is this door going to open up into the room that House that the ghoul is in?" And that's what I thought happened, but it didn't. They just like
They
shot
made
it really well to make you
they
think that.
made it look like that because I thought they
Mhm.
were gonna see each other and then Lucy was gonna get mad at him again, and yeah, I thought that was gonna happen too.
Yeah, and let's see a couple of things. Ghoul smiles when Maximus says the cold fusion is for Lucy. Like I feel like he kind of knows that she probably is the person that should be having it,
Yeah.
but he has plans for it. So we see him take it for Maximus later on anyway. But he kind of gives a smile whenever Maximus says it's for Lucy, which I don't know if you caught that or not.
I wonder so my question is, I wonder if his plan's also to use it on Lucy, but he actually knows what to do with it. I wonder if his
Right.
plan is to use the cold fusion to do something to Lucy to, like, because House was gonna make it to where he lived forever. I wonder if he plans to use the power of it to help Lucy to do something.
I don't know, possibly. It may end up being that the cold fusion is what they use to shut down Hank's operation.
Yeah,
And
and
yeah,
that she knows that's something she would do once she realizes what Hank is doing.
right. Let's see. Another scene that was really cool was when Maximus and Thaddeus and the Ghoul go into that like weapons building that's just
Yeah.
full of weapons and
The
stuff.
NPR warehouse type thing.
Yeah. So that was like when he says that he's only seen one person win in Las Vegas, and he stacked the deck basically and cheated the game. That was kind of, I took that as like a reference to Fallout New Vegas, the video game. Like he was referencing Courier 6, the character that the player plays as.
Yeah.
And that was one of the things I wanted to bring up to Calvert, but I feel like I'm pretty confident in it. So I feel like I can just say that and not look like an idiot. But I feels like a obvious reference to the video game there. And there was a couple of other things throughout it, like that. I feel like Maximus, the way he reacts to anything having to do with the NCR, I feel like he is going to reform the NCR himself at the end of this.
It does look like he has a familiarity and like
An affinity for them.
yes.
Yeah, I feel like he is going to reform the NCR himself, and I feel like it's a great path for his character to take. And I'm really excited to see what happens with him going forward after we get through this like step of the story, because I feel like Maximus could end up being, he's already one of my favorite characters, but he could end up being my favorite character.
Yeah. It does look like that way. That's a good theory, because I think that him leaving the Brothers of Steel and heading in that direction, it's almost like he doesn't believe in what they were teaching. So it would make sense for him to form the NCR again, because then he can, choose
Come
what
up with his own rules. Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes
Yeah. Another cool, like funny scene from the before he battles the Deathclaw in the strip, when they're like getting ready to go in, and then Thaddeus' arm just falls off.
Yeah.
And he's like, the Ghoul looks at him like, Jesus Christ, dude, are you okay? Like, what's going on? And he said, "Oh, it's fine. I can still go." And then Maximus goes, "Your arm fell off.
Yeah.
You're not going."
Why do we think his arm did fall off?
He is, so what we think the snake oil salesman gave him is a thing called FEV, which is also the thing that Norm found in the computer files when he was in that in the like headquarters building, where they were talking about experimenting FEV on vaults 31, 32, 33. So FEV is something called forced evolutionary virus. It's something that the Enclave and Vault Tech wanted to test on people to turn them into like mutants, super mutants, ghouls, like super soldiers. Like they just wanted to see what it would turn you into. So at first we thought he was turning into a ghoul, but one, he's not lost his nose. Two, he's got this weird like mouth on his like shoulder.
I was wondering what that was. That just didn't look
right. And then his arm fell off. So he is evolving into something other than a ghoul. And he's just going to continuously disintegrate until he turns completely into whatever this virus is turning him into. So
yeah,
it's going to be something that I'm sure we find out in season 3, probably.
Yeah, because it's not the same thing that Cooper went through. I can tell you that now.
Yeah, and you can see the look on Cooper's face that like it's not like he knows that there's something up with it. Let's see. We finally got the Deathclaw battle that we've been waiting all season for, which was really cool. Maximus killing a couple of Deathclaws in his power armor.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's really cool to me to see like the ghoul. The only time that he is like thrown off is when he's like in front of one of those death claws.
He knows that they're the real deal, and it does.
It's like, yeah, it's like he's got PTSD from
Yeah,
these death claws, and he just kind of freezes whenever he's around them because of how big of a deal these things are, because they are like ridiculously tough. Like it's not even funny how hard it is killing them things.
well, it feels like it's a situation where he knows that's one of very few things that could actually probably like permanently kill him.
Hmm.
Like, so that's probably why it puts a little caution in his personality whenever he's around them.
Yeah, definitely. And so I wonder now that he is cleared out, or now that Maximus has cleared out the ones that we're aware of on this trip, are we done with them? Are there more that we're going to have to deal with in the next episode? We'll find out, but I don't know that that's going to be the end of us seeing Death Claws.
I didn't know that Maximus killed all of them.
I feel like he at least killed the ones that were immediately right when you right at the Lucky 38 anyway.
I knew he killed one, and then he was fighting the other one, and he got thrown out of there. And then I don't remember it ever going back into there.
He might not have. I may be just wrong about that, but yeah, for some reason I thought he killed them all.
Yeah, I really don't know. Oh,
So then the big thing that we need to talk about in this one,
okay.
and this is the big thing I kind of wanted Calvert for, but I can just talk about it and then I'll catch up with him about it next week. So with the ending of the ghoul putting cold fusion into that computer in House's little area, and his computer's kicked on, all this stuff. So that is like a AI version of Mr. House
Yes.
that starts speaking at the end. But there's a Securitron, which is like the security robot that is laid out dead right there on the floor right by the computer. So in one of the endings of Fallout New Vegas, a Securitron that is kind of trying to rule the world itself, called Yes Man,
Yeah.
loads itself into House's computer, and its body lands exactly where that Securitron was at.
That's significant.
So it looks like they have canonized an ending to Fallout New Vegas. It looks like Yes Man is the one that wins, which is a really big thing for the overall lore of the show and the game. And like it kind of pulls in full circle why the Vegas Strip would have been abandoned within 15 years of the video game and all that stuff. Like it kind of makes it make more sense.
Yeah.
Because to my understanding, I've not played Fallout New Vegas. I've watched a lot of videos on it and stuff, but to my understanding, Yes Man was kind of like an anarchist type of character, and he wasn't so much for the keeping up of New Vegas. He just kind of wanted to watch stuff burn type of thing. So it makes sense.
Yeah.
But I will get up with Calvert on that next week whenever he's back.
I'm not familiar with the game on that. I didn't catch that at all. That was not something that hit me at all. But that's very significant. It sounds like that's going to play a major role, especially if they made it look just like the video game. I would think that's because it's going to be just like the video game.
Right. Definitely. That is all of the stuff that I had notes on. So if there's anything else you want to talk about, it's a good time too.
Like I just thought it was really cool to get Cooper and the Ghoul back together. We hit on that in the last episode, Cooper and the Ghoul, to get Maximus and the Ghoul back together. I thought that was pretty cool. I like that. Working to, like I said, we're starting to continue to work towards all parties reuniting again. And that's when this show is at its best to me. Now, granted, it was still great. It's still been great every episode, but it comes to a peak when all those characters are together and figuring stuff out. That's just, as a person who does not know the video games, that is probably my favorite part.
Yeah, all of our main characters have such good chemistry together, and it's even like the real life actors. I don't know if you've watched any of the like press that they've done together, They're all so good together, and it's like I know that the show works because of that. Like that is fundamentally what makes the show work. And you're good in any combination of them. You're good with Maximus and Ghoul. You're good with Lucy and Ghoul. You're good with Lucy and Maximus, or just Maximus and Thaddeus. Like it's everybody goes so well together on screen. It's like peanut butter and jelly.
All right. Well, that's all I got.
All right.
Let's see here. Still expect tomorrow the Rounders review that should be coming out tomorrow, and also I'll be throwing Hijack out at some point. I've got to watch it. I started it, and for some reason my phone was not working. I was not able to watch through it. It kept pausing on me, so I planned to do that last night. But hey, here we are. So Hijack will be coming out sometime soon, and like I said, Rounders will be tomorrow, and then that's going to be it. Neil should be back for Rounders. We're not going to record Rounders if Neil is not back because we want to make sure we keep our reviews just us
All
three.
three of us.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's going to do it for the housekeeping. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, and tell Grandma Deborah the pilot episode put out another podcast. We'll see you guys.
The pilot episode.